Okay, Scott, I've got a little demonstration video here to show you of the Heli Navlight set that I built for you. I wanted to let you see this and see the timing and things that you had requested to make sure this is going to be what you need before I get it packed up and head on the way to you. This is the main circuit board here. Let me get the exposure right and the focus right. You'll see that you have a small push button switch right here on the top corner of the board right here. That's how you will choose the four different patterns that we've got programmed into the board here to try to give you some options to get this timing on these strobes exactly the way you want it to be. Now the arrangement of the lights here, this is the 8mm single white strobe that you weren't really sure if you wanted it to be solid or a strobe, so you have that option using the push button on the board. This is the pair of strobes I think that we're going to go on either side of the tank, and these are the ones that you wanted to blink, single blink in a really slow pattern. These are your two red and green wingtip lights that do not blink or strobe, they just stay on solidly. And then these are the two, the red and green, that you wanted to flash asynchronously. So I've got my servo tester here that I'm going to use to provide the signal that your receiver will provide. And so I'll show you here, when you advance the channel to the center position, all your lights are going to come on. There are your two red and greens that stay on solidly, and here's your red and green asynchronous double blink per your request. Now let's take a look at these two white lights you got over here. This is the one that you weren't sure if you wanted it to be solid or strobe. So this, in this pattern number one, it is on solid, and your two white lights for the tank are strobing at about 1.5 seconds between the flashes. Now I'm going to press this button on the board here, and you'll see that now your white light is still on solid, but now you've got about 2 seconds delay between these two lights. Now I'm going to press it again, and you'll see that this one now will turn into a strobe. So it blinks, and then your others blink, and you've got about a 1.5 second rate between them. And then I'll press it again, and you'll see that this one doesn't really change, but the overall distance or time between when these two blink is lengthened. So you've got basically four choices. This one can be either solid or strobing, and these two can blink at either about a 1.5 or a 2 second rate. And none of that affects the action of the other lights. These stay on all the time, and these do their little asynchronous pattern, just blinking away happily, and they don't care what the others do. So I've got the wire links per your request, and I'll be sure to include some disconnects. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube and send you the link so that you can have a look at it and make sure it looks good. And assuming everything's good, I'll have it packed up and ready to go into the mail for you first thing in the morning. Thanks, Scott.